Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Bolts and Nuts, and that's what this show is all about: nuts and bolts. And here are some tools that you should get your men, ladies, if you're thinking about, hey, my man's got everything. What should I get him? Love this Spud Crescent. Love it. I've used this thing so many times. I've bent so many things with it. I've actually bent another crescent handle with this, just to, not only did I bend the crescent handle, but I also twisted it. I wish I still had it. Nice big channel lock pliers. Now, how do you know if you should get your man these tools? I'll tell you. If he's like always bitching that he can't get the oxygen and acetylene tanks apart with his regular 12-inch crescent, I'll tell you, this Spud Crescent by Klein Tools, and I don't like to endorse tools, but Klein Tools, they made sure that this jaw opens up big enough to get your oxygen and acetylene off, which is awesome. Glad they did that, and keeping that in mind for iron workers. Another tool you might want to get your man is this, and you're thinking to yourself what that might be. And what it is it's a wrench that you use to loosen up uh, the sink, whether it's a bathroom sink or a kitchen sink. You might have some things up in between the sink and the cabinet, so that's a great tool to have. My neighbor got really drunk one day and decided to throw that across the street and wind it up in my yard, and I found it, and then I told him, hey dude, you can't be throwing tools over here, and I'm gonna wind it. I kept it. And he's like, all right. Nice pair of wire stripping pliers, very nice pair. Okay, this project I'm gonna talk to you about here is basically, I got this auger bit, and it came with this handy dandy handle right here, which is really nice, and it works great. But unfortunately, this only goes so deep, and I need to go 4 feet deep, and my holes that I have for my solar panels over there, and I'll show you what I'm doing over there with the solar panels. But basically what I'm going to do is we're going to cut this off right here, and I was going to use this nut here, and I was just going to weld that to the end of one of these pipes, and I could have made my extension. But unfortunately the nut had too much play, and it really is not wide, and I don't think it's going to get that much bite. So what we're going to do is I'm going to cut this off back here, and we're going to put this bolt on there. We're going to weld that bolt on there, nice big fat one. And the reason why I'm cutting it off back here is because I might want to use that sometime in the future, and so we'll just weld this on the end of that, so that way we can screw that back on there, and that'll work. And then with the other nut, we will weld that onto here. Now, I could just as easily weld that nut on the end of this pipe, but you'll see here that the bolt won't fit in the pipe, but it fits in there. So basically the nut will be on that other side, and it'll go